Hey guys, what's up? So many people are watching. Hello. Hey, what's going on, guys? Can you guys hear me? Okay, good deal. We'll let some more guys jump on here before we get too carried away. Just want to get everything kind of hashed out and figure out what I'm doing. Cool. We got some guys joining. Nice. Okay, cool. So I thought we'd do a little Q&A. If any of you guys have any questions, I can start checking the chat and see what we can come up with. What's up, Michael? Michael is I guess you could say, a childhood friend of mine from back in the day. Man, this picture looks fuzzy. Hayes Murphy. Tell your daddy I said, what is up? If that's the same Hayes I know. B. Blair. The we get email segment with Jay Bates is going pretty good. I think it's tough to meet the schedule every week, but I think we're doing pretty good with it. A lot of people seem to like it, so we will keep going with it. Doing the vanity project, the I get email segment has been kind of, I guess, second, but we're gonna try to keep going with it. Scooter said first time caller, long time listener. Yeah, the video is set to 240. That's not cool. Let me see what I can do. Are you able to change the resolution, or is it just, does it look terrible? I don't know how to change it here. It's my first time. Dave, first link didn't work. Okay. I don't know how to change it. If I come up with an option here, I will change the resolution. I'm not real sure how to do it. Let's see. Not sure, man. Okay, well maybe it's not too bad. So let me see if I can get some of these questions going. Let's see what we got. What's up, Fred? Let me see if I can scroll back up and catch some of these. The workbench is holding up pretty good. It's probably the best thing that I've made in the shop since I've been in this, since I've rearranged everything. So the workbench is a huge asset to the shop. Meet up at City Hardwoods in Birmingham. Yes, actually, I have. December. December 9th. Don't hold me to that. I will follow me on Instagram, and I will definitely post something once they have nail down all of the results or all of the details. I think it's December 9th. I could be wrong though. So let's see. Instagram. Follow me there on Instagram, and you'll see a for sure detail or date or whatever. We'll get that figured out. So yeah, the resolution may be 240. I don't know. I'm using my laptop camera on my MacBook, so you would think it would be better than that. I got a question on how do you message with YouTube Live. Just use the chat, man, I guess. Let me see what some of this is. I don't want to do that. Okay, there's Super Chat. What is that? Anyway, there should be a chat hidden if you want to talk through the YouTube chat. Thomas from Norway. What's going on, man? That's a long ways away. I don't know. We'll go live. B. Blair's asking how long we're going to be live for. I don't know. This is probably my first. I've done one of the live video. I just turned something on the lathe. It was a terrible camera angle, so it was a huge fail. Huge fail. So I just want to take some questions from you guys if you have anything. And then I want to give away something. How many of you guys have been seeing the vest or the shop apron that I've been wearing? A lot of you guys were asking about, where to get that. What was I wearing? Looked like a tactical like type vest. But if you've seen me wear that, I'm going to give one away today on here. And let's see if I can, I wonder if I can throw an image into the chat so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let's see. Save image. All right, let me see if I can. My desktop. I don't know if I can drag an image over there or not. Let's see. Nope. Not that I can see how that. Anyway, it's a. I'll give you the link here so you guys can check it out. So here's the link for the apron that I've been wearing, and then this is the one I've got is the mesh with the cargo pockets, and then this one that I'm giving away today is it's not the mesh type. Let's see if I can show this. It's not mesh, and it doesn't have the cargo pockets, and it's black. But this is a magnet. This will hold like a crescent wrench. It's a pretty strong magnet deal here, and it's got several pockets up top. It's got some of these pockets here, a lot of different loops to attach things. It's pretty cool. It's short, so it's like comes down to your waist. It's not the kind that hangs down almost to your knees. I really like it just because it's light. It doesn't get in the way of like sitting down or anything. So but that's the one I'll be giving away. In just a few minutes, I'll let you guys know when we start that, so I can kind of keep up with who wants to be entered into this like random. I'm just gonna randomly choose somebody, but I'll tell you when that's gonna start, so I can kind of see who's interested, and we'll just give it away, and I'll send it to you. But it's super cool. All right, so let's jump into some Q&A. Let's see if anybody already had one so far. I saw someone had something about a countersink. Yes, I do use countersink. Sometimes I will countersink both sides of where the screw is, just so it just, wherever two pieces of wood are meeting, I'll usually countersink the top, of course, where the screw head sinks into, but the underside, I'll sometimes countersink that just so the bottom doesn't mushroom out and create a gap or anything like that. So sometimes it's a good idea to countersink both sides. This vest, somebody's asking if it's a tactical vest, Chris Harpster. This is, I guess it looks kind of like a tactical vest, and you could probably use it that way, but it's got a lot of Velcro on the straps to where you can put different accessories. I mean, you can really use it for anything, honestly, but it is, I'm using it for woodworking, and it is made for woodworking, as other things like construction or plumbing, all sorts of things. I just find it really, really useful and unique. So, Bailey Woodworks asks, do I use carbide or traditional tools on the lathe? I started out using traditional tools, but I have since gone to carbide. I like to use the carbide tools just because it's easier for me. I think you could get more out of your tools and maybe even work a little faster with traditional tools. I know Jay uses traditional tools, and a lot of times when we're working together, he'll mention something about me using traditional tools, but I do like the carbide tools just for the just because how easy it is, and you don't have to sharpen them. You can just rotate the blade. You can sharpen them, or you can just buy a new one, which is easy too. Donnie Gaskell asked, was I always a woodworker, or did you have a job before? No, I was in telecommunications before for about 19 years, before I got into this, and I was always, I always liked to build things and work with wood and that kind of thing, but I was actually in a telephone industry position before I came into the shop full time, and I haven't looked back since. Let's see. Wrench Rage, what's up? So Japman Works is asking, what is my third favorite color? So obviously I like black, I like red. I would say my third favorite would probably be blue or green. Oh, Jackman. Trey0522. I did not think I would see Josh Ward's name in this chat here. I can't say that he's my best friend because he's just mean to me all the time. Shane's Hobby Shop question: have you ever used wood conditioner? If so, your thoughts? I have used wood conditioner on like butcher blocks and stuff, but not really. I seem to just take the easy route a lot of times. I don't get into the technical aspect of a lot of different things. So when I'm done with a project, I just throw some finish on it. If it looks good, it looks good. If it doesn't, then I'll sand it and redo it. I don't try to add any more steps that I don't have to. Now, I will say there's some applications where you would want to use some conditioner, but I just don't find myself using wood conditioner an awful lot. So, yeah, I know, Mike. Somebody asked me about Josh Ward. His name is from a past for sure. You Jamaican me. I think that is Josh Ward himself being sneaky on the chat. So Patrick Woodshop's asking what's on the bench. Actually, right now I've got about 8 different mallet blanks on the bench. I am going to be turning all these mallets, and then I'll put them up on the website. A couple of them are already spoken for, so I should have at least 4 to 6 mallets go up. They're all ash, and when I get one of them turned, I'll throw it up on the website. I'm gonna have a template for these mallets because a lot of people are asking for the template and they want to throw together their own blank and turn their own mallet. So I'll have a template on the website soon enough. Scooter's Workbench asks, do you commission work? Are you a YouTuber or a woodworker that adds the YouTube element to your shop? No, I don't do any commission work. A lot of people ask, you know, if I could build them something. And with the YouTube, the whole thing with YouTube is just, there's a lot that goes into that with the video aspect and the business side of it. And I just don't find myself having a lot of time to do commissions. I think if I did commission work, I would have to do commissions just on a regular basis and just video as a secondary. Doing the video and the articles and all of the YouTube business stuff, in my business model, I have to just stay focused on the video aspect of it. So no, I do not do commission work. B. Blair says, have you found it more difficult to keep up with the videos since you decided to get back into video posting regularly? It is difficult. If you notice, I didn't have one today, and today is my normal video release day. So, number one, I've got a huge project going on with Jay that takes up a lot of my time during the week. And so I have to work in extra time for the normal stuff, which is why I want you guys, if you're interested in the vanity build, to follow me over my second channel, because I do daily videos there talking about what we're doing and kind of a daily summary of, you know, how we've worked in the shop, what we've got done. And you can kind of see the vanity come together, which is kind of cool, actually. So as time permits, I will try to get something released on every Sunday while I'm building, Jay and I are building the vanity. So hopefully I can stay up with that. Today was a good day to go live and do this because I've been meaning to do it for a long time. And when I saw that I didn't have a video for today like I normally do, I thought we'll do this live deal. So I waited till this afternoon to do it. I figured that was the best time. Let's see. Quirky asks, can you talk more about your friendship with Jay? How far do you live from him? Did you get into content creation because of him? Did you know him before you both were creators? No, actually, Jay and I met through the circles of YouTube woodworkers. I found out that he lived in Starkville, which is just really half an hour from here. So we just connected and we started, you know, going to each other's shop and just kind of helping each other in the shop, working on different things, and just, you know, just become friends that way. So I didn't get into doing this because of Jay, because I uploaded my first video before I actually started watching all of the woodworkers on YouTube. And then once I started uploading, I started watching more, and then I started, you know, being introduced to a lot of the other content creators, and that's how Jay and I became friends or whatever. So it's just kind of cool how close, you know, we live to each other, and so we just hook up quite a bit, and, you know, go to Jackson or we'll go to Birmingham for different things, and now we're collaborating on this project. So it's a cool connection. Let's see. What is the most essential first build for a garage workshop for someone new to woodworking? That's Ken asked that. I would say a workbench. If you're going to be using your shop to build things, you need something to build off of. We cover this in, speaking of Jay, we cover this in the I Get Email series. I don't know what the title is. You have to go back and check. But we do talk about, you know, what's the first thing you would want to build? You know, what about an outfeed or assembly table? I say a workbench. So, Scooter's Workbench. Can you give us the dirt on that JBase guy? Yeah. Patrick's Workshop. Now that it's been a while since you finished your assembly table, is there any changes or upgrade you would want to make? Man, Patrick, actually, I wouldn't change hardly anything on that table. It has been really very, very handy in the shop. The router lift is Jay's that I incorporated into that table. We actually have a plan over my website that's got the table, and then it's also got the option with his router lift as well. But the new one that he just came out with, the router lift, the dust collection, and is a little bit different. It's very, very good. But I wouldn't change anything on the table. I mean, it's great. I've got all kind of cubbies for my power tools. I've got the drawers that hold all of my stuff, and just a ton of storage on that thing. So I wouldn't change anything. Who is a YouTuber? Crestwood Creations. What's up, Josh? Who is a YouTuber that you get excited seeing when they put out a new video? There are several of the guys that I'll watch. Chris Salamone makes some really good like videos. He's just really good with narration and the production of his videos. I really get into a lot of that. I've been watching a lot more, not necessarily woodworking, but been watching a lot more of the content creator advisor videos. A couple of those guys make really good vlog type videos. So I've been kind of branching out a little bit and watching some other niches as far as, like woodworking or metalworking, that kind of thing. Let's see. Josh is messing with me. Yeah, Fred. Let me put my second channel here. If any of you guys are interested in watching or keeping up with the vanity build we've got going on, I'll throw my second channel if I can get to it from here. Let's see. I put daily videos out on this particular YouTube channel here, of just about every day of what's going on in the shop. Like I said, I cover the vanity build every day, or try to. I forgot one day, and somebody gave me some flack about it. So I don't want to let anybody down, but if you want to keep up with it, here's the link. Let's see. My second channel. Yeah, so like I said, I'll have daily videos. Remove the web address and try again. I don't know why it won't let me add that. Anyway, if you're on this channel here, you can just go up to the header and see second channel icon there. Let's see. Please shoot the link up if not too much trouble. I tried, it wouldn't let me. Let's see. What type of reclaimed wood projects is your favorite? I used to like a lot of the reclaimed projects. I got into a lot of oak barn wood. Actually, I've got a piece sitting right here. I used to love this type of wood. This is old barn wood that's got the old saw marks in it. This particular wood is like an old 50, 60-year-old piece of oak that was on the side of they called it a crib, like an old tool shed or something. But I used to love working with this kind of wood. I haven't since worked with that. I got into a lot of the slab work. I like that. So we've got a lot of slabs sitting, drying, waiting for some projects. I did that bench project that was a slab of Osage orange, and that was a ton of fun. And after doing the power carving at Wayne's yesterday, man, that is a lot of fun. So if you guys have not tried power carving, try it. Jackman Works says the pallets are feeling left out. Yes, if pallets are always a good and easy project, because you can usually find those things laying around just anywhere. And if you don't know who Jackman Works is, check him out. He does a lot of reclaimed stuff. Hello from Israel. What's up, man? That's a hop, skip, and a jump from here. Why the panel timber lumber give you so much trouble on the bandsaws? Oh, Wayne Jones is asking me, why did I have so much trouble with the blade drift on my bandsaw? Well, number one, the blade is dull. Um, and number two, I think I need to do some fine adjustments. I I think there's some tightening and adjusting the guides there that could help a lot with that. So I think the main thing is just a dull blade. What's up, Gary? Yeah, I'm going live, seeing how this works. We're gonna give away a shop apron here in just a minute. So stick around if you guys are interested in that. I'm just gonna here in just a few minutes we'll do that. Let's see, Scooter's Workbench. What's it called? What's called? Maybe my second channel, Stone and Sons Workshop number 2. What's up, Joe? Josh Kress asked, working from home. He's got it in quotes. How do you balance working and spending time with your family? Sometimes I find it hard to get in the shop when my family's hanging out inside. I treat it as just a job. Like, it is a job. It's a ton of work. But I just treat it like I'm going to work and I'm coming home. There's a time frame there that is set aside for me to do my job. If I don't do my job, then I can't provide for those that are hanging out inside. So you just have to set those parameters, I think, and just set aside some time to actually get work done. And if sometimes I find myself cutting loose a little early or something because of that very thing. And if I have to get caught up, it's after they go to bed. I just kind of balance it the best way I can. I will say it's cool just being able to spend time when the time permits. So Raymond asked, have you been to Hobby Hardwoods in North Alabama? I have not. Have never heard of that. Dragonfly Woodworking, Vanity Progress. Yeah, we're gonna get started back on that Monday, and I would say we're a little less than halfway through. We've got a lot of the lumber milled. We've got all of our mortise and tenons done. We've got to cut our panels. We had a little setback last week. The blade broke on Jay's bandsaw, so he got a new blade in. He's got that put on, and we should start cutting panels Monday and having most everything dry fit as far as the cabinets go. So I'm really looking forward to that. Brock 1385, what tips do you have getting your kids involved in woodworking? This is a good question because a lot of people ask me, your Stone and Sons, why aren't your kids in the shop? I don't see them on camera. And the truth is, I just don't force it on them. This is something that I definitely want them to grow up in, but I want them to kind of find their way out here. I don't want to drag them out here like I make them go to school every day. Hopefully they enjoy school, but I want them to find their way out here because I'm out here. They see the things that I build. I don't think it's particularly like, we're building a project out here. Won't you come out here and help Daddy? I want them to see over time. It's a slow process in my mind. I want them to see, the things that I'm doing, and they just want to be with me out here regardless of what I'm doing. And that happens more so, when they're outside playing. I'll leave the shop door open. They'll see me. They'll come in, ask what I'm doing. My little one just kind of walks around and just ask questions, like a ton of questions. And for me, that's how I get them involved, because if I'm, I guess putting off a good vibe about being in the shop, that will set the tone for them and want to come out here. And then, the rest is, once they get out here, then you can teach them different things. So if they find their way out here, I'll change directions in the project I'm working on, more suited to them. So let's see. B. Blair says, do you find it hard to continue coming up with projects and ideas to keep the lights on? Do you find that certain times of the years is harder on you to do so? I don't think that goes along with my business model. I'm not, and I don't know if your question is geared toward commissions or not. So I don't really, if I were doing commissions full time, then it might be hard to keep the lights on. If I understand your question, just trying to find work to do. But my business model, where I'm trying to do projects in order to engage the audience, you guys, and do articles and that kind of thing, then all that's on me. And then if that's your question, then yes, it's hard to keep coming up with projects just for the simple fact of I want to stay relevant, but also to grow my skills and the things that I do. Hope that answered your question. I thought sounded like I was sounding confusing. So Chris Harpster, so I'm a weekend woodworker, and my wife loves to give me crap for spending time in the garage versus with the family. Now that you're full-time garage woodworker, does your wife scold you daily? No, she understands. She's very understanding, because this is my job. This is my work. This is what I set out to do. Basically, I changed everything to do this, but I didn't do that until I got her approval, so to speak, her support, and then we're on the same page. I think that has to be set up front. So let's see, who else? Andrew Buck from Kentucky. What's Andrew? Crest Wooden Creations. Have you thought about creating your own podcast? I think it would be really you'd be really good with the podcast. It has crossed my mind. I think it's flooded right now with just a lot of woodworking podcasts, but I do think there's still something. There's something there that still can be done in a different way, and I haven't put my finger on it yet, but it's still in my mind. So, Mark Wagstaff, I do woodworking as a hobby. I would love to not have to fight so hard for shop time. Yeah, I think it's difficult for a lot of people that have it there, like a shop, or the hobby's there and not the time. I think that is probably the main setback with a lot of people. So I think you just have to find your schedule, find your downtime, I guess, or find a way to incorporate the people in your family into your hobby to where you all can get involved. So Scooter's Workbench, if you're a hobby weekend woodworker, does a 9-inch bandsaw work to start out? I understand that a bigger one are better, but they also cost more. Any advice? I would advise you, Scooter, if you need a bandsaw, figure out what you need it for. If you're just cutting small things and a 9-inch is big enough for the projects that you're doing, absolutely a 9-inch bandsaw is enough. If you find yourself needing a bigger bandsaw for some of the projects you're using, then go for the bigger one. I don't ever advise anybody to buy any tool that they don't need for that particular project. Just buy as you need it, and then you'll save yourself a lot more money in the long run, I think, rather than just going out and buying a bunch of stuff that you don't know that you need or not. So Jose Martinez, Saints fan or Cowboys fan? Man, I gotta follow Dak. Ever since Dak from Mississippi State went to the Cowboys, I found myself watching Cowboys. So it is what it is. So let's see, who else? Jay says, what's up, homie? What's up, homie? Russell, do you have issues with YouTube and subscribers, or people that share or like videos and the notification bell? I'm not sure what you're asking about the notification bell. I don't have issues with YouTube and subscribers. I think they just come as you are committed to the project or the channel, whatever you're working on. And if you create projects, share that across social media, and people will share it if they like it, I guess. Let's see, Donnie Gaskell, since you don't do commission work, where do you sell your projects that you make? I make a lot of stuff that I need for my house. So that's the beauty of this business model, is that it's a tutorial, educational type business model, if you will. That way you build whatever it is you need and create content around that and distribute it. So Shane says he can't talk bad about Jay anymore because he's in the chat. Yeah. No more talking about Jay. He's here. Richard Murdoch, what's your opinion about milling your own lumber? I think if you've got the right tools to do it, I say right tools. You can have any tool, but like the issue with my bandsaw, I got to have a sharp blade to be able to make, to do resawing. You saw the results of that not too long ago with mine. Whatever tool you have, I think you have to, keep the maintenance up, or sharp blades. Jay will tell you, and he'll probably say it in the comments here in a second, that I don't hardly sharpen anything, and I think that's part of my problem with a lot of things that I do. So I get frustrated a lot because I don't have sharp blades on my tools. Let's see. Chris Hefty, have you used HLVP spray, and is it worth having? I've only sprayed one thing, and that was the blanket chest. I don't particularly spray anything or like to finish a lot. I'm usually a wipe on or a brush guy, so spraying is not really my thing. So there's no love. Jay's being funny. All right, so Jackman says, so when a table saw blade gets dull, what do I do? Buy a new one? Yeah. No, I've got some old blades that I bought a cleaning kit with, and I do clean my saw blade, table saw blade. But I do find that one or two sharpenings, and I just get a new one. Chris Hildreth says, what types of projects do you advise for working on with the kids? I think a lot of the projects that I've worked with, the Tool Tote is a free download plan on my website that is a really good plan or a really good project to work with kids. It's if you go ahead and pre-cut everything, all they have to do is assemble it. If you got everything pre-drilled, you can help them with drill and screwing things in, or you can go ahead and pre-drill for dowels and just let them hammer in dowels instead of like screws. But I've got a birdhouse plan on there. That's a good one. The Tool Tote, in my opinion, is a really good first project, because then if they get into it, they can use the Tool Tote to put their tools in. So something like that. I think things with from start to finish, not using or not cutting a lot. If you're wanting to introduce cutting the material to the final pieces, something that doesn't have a lot of cuts to it, and minimum screws, I guess, if you're dealing with younger kids. So let's see, a few more questions, and then we'll give away this apron. Josh Kress, I just rotated my square carbide tool today and didn't realize how dull the one was on the side. Yeah, so that's the thing. If you don't sharpen your tools, or you don't like to sharpen your tools, and you use a lathe, you can get the carbide and just rotate the blades. So let's see, George, 50s used to make knives from my old blade. So cool. George's dad used to make knives from the old saw blades. Maybe I should try that. I do have a few blades. I might try that. That might be a good project one of these days. So Jay is asking, what are your thoughts on keeping the Osage Orange bench outside? It's too pretty to let the sun and rain damage it long term. Really nice project to see in person. Actually, I did move it out of the elements and into my carport, so it's covered. It's outside in the carport, but it's not out in the rain and sun and all that. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. I just don't have anywhere to put it inside my house. With 3 kids, they've taken up every little corner that we've got. So hopefully that will prolong the beauty somewhat. Maybe if we ever move, it would definitely go inside. So let's see. Let's get when I make sawdust hit the floor. Where do you get shop plans? Shane's Hobby Shop. Where do you get your woodworking plans? I make my own plans out of for my projects, and they're on my website. Where do you get your woodworking plans? I guess is that what you're asking, Shane? Hurry up with the giveaway. Ted says he's got to go. Hee. All right. Let's see. Anybody else got any? Living room sofa and coffee table. Just put the bench. I could put it in the living room. All right, so if any of you guys are interested in this shop apron, this is it. I'm going to throw this link in here if it'll let me. I'm not sure if it will. Let's see. I don't know. It won't let me. I think the first one, I just scroll to the very top, and I think there's a link up there that it actually let me put into the chat from where I got my apron from. But this is the one I'm fixing to give away. If any of you guys are interested in, if you guys want this, this is not identical to mine. This does not have the cargo pockets, and it's not the mesh version, but it's basically the same thing. It's got the Velcro on here where a lot of the different accessories you can get from Atlas 46 website, and they've got a ton of things. I've got a magnet on the front of this vest where it holds screws and that kind of thing. Let's see if I've got, you know, there's a bit right there where you can just like put screws there if you want to, or if you're a plumber, it'll hold a wrench, something like that. But if you're interested, I want you to put in the, just type in enter, ENTER, and I'm going to go ahead and put start. So any comment below where I just put start, just put enter, the word enter in there, and then I will randomly just pick something. And I'll do it in a fair way. I'm not going to just choose somebody I know or anything like that. You just have to trust me on this. It's my show. I do it how I want to. So, got quite a few that like it. I'm going to let anybody enter this, whether you're across the pond or whatever. So, let's see. If you missed it, Jose Jackman Works says, challenge coin holders and shadow boxes are great military projects. You can build them pretty basic too. I didn't see the question, but thank you for answering that, Paul. Let's see. Scooter says, you make the rules. Yeah, I just try to keep it simple. We'll deal with the consequences if there's any backlash. Okay, let everybody get in that wants it. Currently dry fitting tenons while watching. All right, Chris. Are you going to autograph the apron? It's black. I do have a silver kind of marker type like pen. I could if whoever wins it wants it. All right, I'm going to type in stop here. All right, anybody after this does not get to enter. All right, so if everybody will stop with the comments. I'm fixing to choose somebody. I'm gonna put in the description if anybody wants to wants anything from this Atlas company. I'm going to, you can see the apron that I've got and all that. There's a link in the description of this video. Once we end, you can check out that link. That's an affiliate link, and shop there through that link if you want. If you don't win and you'd like to have an apron, there's a link for you to go through. All right, so let me go up, and I'm going to choose. And the lucky winner is, man, we got a ton. I got to find the start now. There we go. All right. All right, so I've got that covered up. Matt Elliott. Matt Elliott. you are the winner. Okay, Matt. If you don't pick me, we're eating peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch on Monday. I think we need to anyway, man. These big lunches are slowing me down. All right, Matt. So if you guys are interested in that, like I said, there's a link in the description. And Matt, I'm gonna throw another link over in the another link over in the description. Is going to be a contact link. If you will, just send me your information, Matt, to that link, and I'll be in touch with you and figure out the details on shipping. So, all right. Well, there's the giveaway. If you guys have any more questions, you can hit us up through my contact page. If you have a question that maybe fits Jay and I's I Get Email, you can leave a question there on my contact page for that as well. So I'm sorry, Josh. I couldn't just pick you, man. I told you guys, Josh is mean to me. He says we're no longer friends. Wayne says he wants his tools back. Yeah, Wayne let me borrow the power carving angle grinder and 2 disc. But I got to thinking, Wayne, since you're on here, I meant to text you and tell you that if you were going to finish the bottom of that seat, maybe you wanted to keep all that stuff. So if so, make a trip up here, or I can come down there, whatever, and you can get it back. Because we do want to see the finished project on that stool. All right, guys, that's all I got today. Y'all, if you find the header in my main YouTube channel, you'll see the other little link in the top. That's my second YouTube channel. That's where the videos for the vanity build that Jay and I will be doing. We'll try to update that every day so you can see what's going on if you're interested. I can't post a link here for some reason, and I don't know why. So anyway, all right, guys, thank you for joining and asking questions and hanging around for the giveaway. Maybe we'll do this more often. Who knows? Later.